All right, so we're going to be doing the Icemaker swap out, and reason for all of this ice could be a multiple of reasons. Number one, it could be you got a gasket back there in the back, which we'll check. Also, your Icemaker could be pulling in warm air from this gasket here. When the ice bin sits here, if you have any gaps, be mindful, you need to replace this. Another place is your flapper here. If that's broken, that's going to allow air to be traveled in. If this is broken, that's another point. So be mindful of all of those. Here's another area. Be mindful of that. So when you close your door, the right door gets closed last. You close this one first, and then you close this. So we're going to be defrosting this ice maker. Before you can take it out, you have to remove all the ice. You do have a Phillips screw here. We're going to remove this cover to unplug. This will come forward. And then another Phillips screw here. This will come down, and a little tab, bring this down, but be super careful. Do not use anything sharp in here. In this ice maker, underneath you have what you call your evaporator, and that's a part that actually freezes the water. So if you use anything sharp and you damage it, go shopping for a new refrigerator. All right, you're warned. So let's get this thing defrosted. All right, lots of towels. Have one here so you don't have water going on the floor. And tuck one all the way in, and we're going to start defrosting. Use a steamer. I don't recommend hair dryers at all. Buy a cheap steamer if you have to. Hair dryers will melt plastic, warp other components in the ice maker. It is not recommended. Don't use one. All right, so I'm actually going to be checking to see if the ice maker is free a couple of times, basically to show you guys that it does take a little time, even using a steamer. So I'll be checking it, and you'll see that it is not yet loose enough to be removed. So take your time. All right, so we're going to be taking this piece down. Give a tab there. Be super careful. If it's not coming down, it's because it's still frozen. You cannot force anything. If you have to go back in and use a steamer and remove the ice, or let your fridge unplug and just give it time. You cannot force it. All right, so we got this loose. You see it's stuck. Don't force it. There's ice, so we got to defrost more. All right, and also make sure the unit is fully unplugged. Don't do this with the fridge on. A clip here, you're going to press this clip, and when you're pressed, you're going to pull forward. If there's no more ice, you should be free, and you should be able to extract the ice maker. All right, you do have your evaporator under here. You don't want to do anything. Don't poke anything at it. Once the ice maker is free, it will come down, okay? Don't poke that. If it's frozen, it's frozen. No need to force it. All right, so angle is tight here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna squeeze and pull. We should be fully defrosted now, hopefully. And here's your gap up top. So you gotta make sure you press far enough and then pull this forward. It might be hard to show you, but now you know what to do. Yeah, we're still frozen. Let's have some ice. Oh yeah, there's ice. Oh yeah, the whole top is still frozen. I feel it right there. I'm trying to break it up here. Oh yeah, that's a lot of ice still up there. So don't force it. It might look like it's ready to come out, but it's not. See that? Now that's down. You can slowly remove the ice maker. Can't force anything. Has to be melted. All right, just like that. It's not about forcing all that water. So take your time. You can do it. You start breaking things when you start forcing things. All right, we're going to pull this auger out. I'm going to show you what to check. Sometimes they need to change the seal on the top. So we're going to pull it out. Flat blade or kitchen knife, anything. You're going under the tab. Hard angle here. Tab, and we're going to go under it. And we're going to pull that thing out at the bottom, the auger. Sometimes we need to replace these. These are, we'll see. But this is also part that will cause warm air to be pulled in from back there. Part of your problem as well, you can put a seal here and it stops warm air from traveling up into the ice maker area. Make sure there's no ice. Get fully defrosted. I think that's a piece of ice up top right here. And again, don't use a heater or a hair dryer. It will destroy your refrigerator. Those are the tabs that the ice maker will sit on. All right, dry it out nicely, and then we'll be sliding it back in and also the Icemaker. All right, if you notice they're a different color, this is the new updated Samsung Icemaker. It's supposed to be a better Icemaker. All right, make sure you get that. See the yellow and the yellow means they're both OEM. Keep that in mind. Now you can slowly push up. Now you want to get this side in first, and this will secure it. So you twist, locks in, Phillips screw, and then we'll plug our connector in. You want to make sure that you're fully pushed up. You might have to do a little push. There you go. Double check your work. Now it's easier to plug it in first and then secure your connection. Fully in. Tuck your wires. You do not want to get a screw in it. Check your work. Now you see those tabs? There are 3 of them. And they slide in. All right, once it's locked in, nothing can move, and your screw hole would line up perfectly. All right, so I wanted to show you something real quick. Now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna blow some air in here, and I wanna see if you can see air coming out. If air comes out, it needs to be sealed. I have videos somewhere that I uploaded where you can see light coming out. This is just a quick one, and a reminder that you probably need to actually seal along here. All right, so we're gonna blow along the edge here, get some air, and we're gonna see if we can get some water coming out. All right, so this part is actually pretty effective at finding if you have, let's say, an air gap. Now you can use a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid or any bubble leak finder and rub it along the edges or the corners where the ice room meets. And then what will happen, if there's any air escaping, you will see bubbles coming out along the edges or where the air gap or gaps are. So it's a very good way to mitigate or find any potential air gaps so that you can actually seal them with silicone and get your fridge up and running. So the sealing of the gaps would be silicone, which I'll talk a little bit about, but this is very effective in doing it. Another way would be turn all the lights off in the room and stick a bright light into the ice room and turn the lights off in the fridge in the room and just look around to see if you see any light or anything emitting. So right now we're just blowing and making sure that we get all the water out the way anyways, because what will happen if you have water that's trapped back there, it could expand and even make the gap wider. So be mindful and dry everything out as much as possible, and that will mitigate any potential expansion between the gaps. All right, pay attention and take a look and follow along, and you'll get your fridge up and running. Not bad. This ice maker's not bad. The ice molding. Everything looks good. Time to put in the ice bin. All right, this part is done. Now let's go to the back, and we're gonna change the drain tubes. Also, part of your fix to mitigate ice intrusion, you can get RTV, clear RTV silicone. So part of the complete fix is sealing this all the way from the back, all the way. Now you can do an experiment yourself as well, and you can pour a tad bit of water in your ice area and watch and see if water leaks out. If water is leaking out, air is going in. Air is going in. That's warmer air from here. It's going in to ice your ice maker up. All right, so